All right. So, hi, good evening to your viewers. I hope you have your dinner. Sorry for the wait. We're having some technical glitches. All right. So today we are looking at sharing on how to become a qualified accountant, fast track to become a qualified accountant. And let me introduce myself. I'm Sheila. I'm a senior lecturer with Segi College Kuala Lumpur, and this is my colleague.
Hi, I'm Presana. I'm also a lecturer here.
All right. First, I would like to just share with us what is the education pathway to be taken by the SPM school leavers in order to attain this, to be a qualified accountant, a fast track on it.
All right. So, fast track, let me on that first. Fast track, please don't have in mind in 1 year you can be an accountant or 6 months you can be an accountant. Obviously, it's not possible. But a minimum, expectation probably of 3 years at least. All right, for you to be a qualified accountant. So what you can do is we have several options. The common options: you are done with your SPM, you just take up your professional pay, and then you are a qualified. There's also another option for those students that you feel you have a question mark whether can you successfully papers, will you stuck every here and there or something. So here we are to guide you on the options. So first what you can do is, assuming your SPM results were reasonably good, right? So you have an option with foundation, probably 1 year of it, and also you can continue with your respective degree. You can just dive into your degree, articulate into your degree. And why do you do this? You will be having a question, isn't that like, there's more things to be done? Yes, more things to be done, but do you know you have extra qualifications with you? You also complete your degree, and you're also in the direction for your professional paper, because once you complete your degree, several exempted from several papers in the professional papers for your professional qualification. Sorry. So that is one of the options that you can take up, where you can take your foundation, proceed with your degree, and then stage to complete, take a few more papers, and you're done with your professional qualifications. That's for those students that you scored quite good in your SPM. For the students that they did not score, quite good, not a good score, what you can do, don't get disheartened. There's always many options. You can take up your certificate, proceed to your diploma, proceed to your degree, and things like this. Now let's think that your results were not that bad. It was just okay. Like a little poor. So probably you can take up diploma, complete your diploma, and then you can articulate yourself to degree, and then you go for the same pathway, and you get the same exemptions. You are not going to get the same. So that is one point. So the benefit here is, when you take up your degree, or when you go to universities, when you take up any courses like foundation, diploma, degree, it's a mixed mode, which means you have exams, you have assignments which can help you, you have several components in it which can assist you to score better. So that is why I would advise students, after your SPM, you take up on courses like foundation or diploma or degree, and then you continue with your professional papers, so that you will have the confidence. You're in the final stage. Okay, a few more papers, and then in a staircase. Let it be the staircase. The stairs is a lot. The steps are a lot. You'll be like, once you're reaching top, you'll be like, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done. That motivation will be there when you are in the midst of getting to the direction of your professional paper. So the pathway that I would advise the students.
I would agree with you, Presana, because some students, upon completing their SPM, they just go by hearsay from their friends and saying that they want to embark on professional papers. But let me remember, it's not easy as that. I'm not saying I'm against that, but not all students are ready for that. Okay, so what I would say that, why don't you go for a degree first? At least you have a degree in hand. All right, and thereafter you move on to the professional paper. Have your gear engaged in degree paper. All right. So once you've completed your degree, because the degree has got two components of it. One would be the assignment basis, and you have also the written exam. So you have both components, and you are exposed to. All right. So once you've got the degree in hand, and thereafter you want to move on to the professional level, by all means. So you are already on full gear, and you'll be so motivated because you only have there 4 more papers to clear. And I would say go all out for it, because some students get stuck after SPM. They move straight away in the path of ACCA, and they get caught in between. All right, because halfway through they find that they're not able to complete due to the stress level that they have, the commitments. Some of them start to work, and of course, working and studying is not an easy task. All right, so I would always advise students, do what you think is best for you. Don't just do what is everyone else is doing. All right, not all size fits for everyone. So be very careful the choice of studies that you pick up or the pathway that you pick up. So I would say a faster track would be get the foundation. All right, if you're right after SPM, get onto the foundation, or you may embark on a diploma and then you move on to a degree. So as in like what we have in Sagi, you have foundation in commerce. And after doing 1 year of foundation in commerce, you move on to the first year of degree. And this degree is articulated with our partner university in UK. So you do a 3-year program with the University of Greenwich. But if you were to choose the other option as in with diploma, so you do 2.5 years with diploma, and thereafter you move on to the second year and the final year in the University of Greenwich. So in that way, but you definitely have a degree in hand. So I would say safe in that manner, and they will achieve what they intend to have at the end of the day. All right. So that will be my take on the education pathway. And do you have any?
Yes, maybe you can give some insights to the audience, especially to the SVM viewers, on what are the qualifications that is being recognized by the MIA.
All right, let me. So MIA is actually the Malaysian Institute of Accountants. All right, it's an umbrella for the Malaysian accountants. It's very important that all graduates, accounting graduates, you should be registered with MIA. Many students are ignorant of the fact that they think you don't have to get registered under MIA. No, it's a wrong perception. Just like, just giving you a very simple example, if you have a car, obviously you have to have the car registered under JPA, or else you cannot have the car running on the road. Simple as that. Same likewise for accountants. You have to be recognized under MIA. And of course, the qualifications that's being recognized by MIA is the professional bodies such as ACCA, which is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. We have MICPA, our Malaysian Institute of Public Accountants, and we have CPA. Also ICAW with the United Kingdom. These are all qualifications, and in fact CIMA as well, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. So these are the bodies that's being recognized under the umbrella of Malaysian Institute of Accountants. And being recognized under Malaysian Institute of Accountants is such a prestige that a student will have, all right? And definitely this is recognized worldwide as well, because all these are international bodies, they are recognized worldwide. And of course, you will be definitely being employed anywhere the part of the world. Right? So that will be my idea on the qualification on what is being recognized by MIA. Besides that, what do you think the awareness that we should have to impart with the graduates on the industry expectation?
This is a very, very good question. Thank you for that. And yes, please, students, please get this right. Some, those days, yes, what you score is very important. 80 over 100, 100 over 100, 90 over 100, yes, very, very important. But now, that isn't everything. What I'm trying to say here is, it is not just about your score. It is not just about your CGPA. No. Nowadays, the industry is expecting more. Let me give you some examples. First, you have to be very well versed in all these softwares, accounting software, let it be your SQL and things like this. There are many accounting software, and you need to have experience in with it. Why? Nowadays, companies, they're not, writing up ledgers, they're not doing a bookkeeping on a paper.
Yeah, I would agree with you, because numbering is no longer in the pathway.
Exactly.
Because all this has been taken over by the artificial intelligence.
Correct.
Right?
So it's all in the system. If you realize, everything is computerized. So you have to get yourself engaged in that skills, because some accounting students, they have a mind, I study numbers and I'm done. I'm an accountant. I am so sorry to break your perception, but that is wrong. That is insufficient. So you have to remember to get yourself equipped with all the skills that you have, especially your IT skills. Not just that, adding to the another important awareness that you have is you have to speak, communicate. Communication skills is very, very, if you're not improvising yourself in now, being an accountant, you'll have to prepare a financial statement. Your financial statement sorry, it's not like that anymore. Once you've prepared the financial statement, you have to compute ratio analysis. And again, you don't just count and pass to your boss, I'm done with my counting. No, once you've done the calculation, you must explain. Write out a report. What is that financial statement telling about? How is their performance? You need to interpret their financial statement.
In other words, you must know how to read the financial statement.
Yes. So it is not just calculate, I prepare in the paper, get it in the system, that no.
But isn't that the perception of the students now?
Yes, it is. That is what students are thinking. Miss, I got 3.75 CGPA. I'm a good student, so I think I can read. But no, that is not everything. It is part of it. I wouldn't say now, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying CGPA is not important at all. It is important, but it's not everything. It's just part of it. So I would really emphasize, get yourself with all the software. One or two, a lot. So you have to keep yourself equipped.
Now, the industry has evolved from what it was then, and now there's so much of changes.
Let me give you an example. Okay. Candidate A, CGPA of 3.75, going in for an interview. Candidate B, CGPA of 3.2, and they have a certification of UBS accounting software, maybe. All right. Who has the higher chances to get the job? It's candidate B.
They will secure the job much more
easier because of their added skill. If you see 3.2 to 3.75, the CGPA, there's a huge gap. But 3.2 CGPA it's not bad. It's a decent CGPA. And on top of that, they have an added advantage where they actually get themselves equipped with the skills.
Now, you're very kind enough to compare with 3.2 and 3.7. I have a real scenario when I went to the industry in a big audit firm. They had a candidate of 2.75 and they had another candidate of 3.8. Too qualified to secure the job. Because of what? It's because of the soft skills and the way they can relate themselves to the employer. So what we are trying to say in short is you need to develop the soft skills. All right. So it's not just by getting it right, but it's more than that. All the other additional soft skills is an added value that you should have for you to secure a good employment. All right. So you become more employability. Your employability definitely will increase.
So that is the important awareness that I want to share with you. It's not just what's on the book. Please grow. We have to develop ourselves, get yourself equipped with the skills, soft skills like your IT skills, and also most important, communication skills. All right. So maybe, Sheila, can you just guide us or, just give an insight to the students on what's the career pathway for the accounting?
Yeah, basically the mindset of students, the thing is, okay, I've done my accountancy studies, so I need to go and get myself into an accounting firm and or a corporate firm and just do the accounting work, related work. But that's the wrong perception, all right? The thing is, when you are a qualified accountant, there's so many avenues that you can get yourself into. Of course, you can get into the corporate sector, all right? You can be an advisory in terms of as a manager role, all right, for the company's financial areas. You can also join as an auditor, be in the audit firms. You can also pick up to become a company secretary, all right? And you also have the other one that is being a tax expert, all right? So you can also pick up the being a tax expert, and if you want to move on the tax expertise, you can also pick up the other paper which is offered by Chartered Tax Institute of Management, all right, CTIM, and definitely you can go. So there's so many areas for us to explore. It's not just being an accountant in an audit firm. Many of them just get themselves into an accounting audit firm and they find that it's so boring. They come and say, oh no, it's so caught in the work from morning to night. They don't seem to see there are other parts or the other pathway in qualified accountant. All right, so you need to explore. All right, it has evolved. The nature of work has evolved so much. What more? Even we as lecturers, our work also has evolved. What was then and what is now. All right, so you need to adapt to the changes that's taking place and you need to ability to adapt into the changes. All right. And moreover, now with the current pandemic, things are getting very difficult. So, you have to tighten your belt and make sure you do the best. And of course, in every crisis, there's opportunity. So you need to explore the. So wouldn't you agree with me, Prasanna, those SPM school leavers, I think while they're waiting for the result, they should go and learn the soft skills first.
Definitely, yes. Definitely, yes. You'll have about break or something. Please go and get yourself engaged with all the soft skills. Develop yourself. Don't waste time. Yeah, I know that's only, you'll have a perception 3 months, let's just relax. After that, you're going to upgrade yourself in the skills that you can, because it creates a better you.
Yeah, all right. Whoever picks up first, you'll be successful. Right?
Yes. So I'll just add on to her point, or just summarize the perception clear that studying accounting course, there are several branches. Students always, not against business courses, just to let you know. Means if I study business courses, I can be a HR, I can be on the marketing side, I can be on the sales team, and etc. Taking up accounting courses, you can also be in various sides. Accountant, cost accountant, obviously. You can be in a managerial positions, auditing, taxation. There are several branches.
Even as an entrepreneur. You become an entrepreneur, you need to know how to manage your accounts. All right?
So the branches are wide. So please don't think, if I take accounting course, I have to be accountant. If I take finance course, I'm just going to be a finance analyst and I'm done. No, the branch is wide. Explore. You see which is yours and take up that as your work, and you can proceed with it. So that was from my perception.
Yes. Okay. In terms of these accounting and finance courses, we in Sergi College do provide the studies as well. So why don't you say something on the courses that we are offering here?
Yes. So as I said, it's now the fast track that, foundation, diploma, degree. Yes, we have foundation here. We have foundation in commerce. Once you've completed your foundation in commerce about 1 year, you can articulate into our degree program, Bachelor's of Accounting and Finance. This program is in collaboration with University of Greenwich, UK. So the added advantage here, it's a UK certification, so extra benefit for you. And yes, you can take up your foundation, degree, and again, once you've completed our degree program, you get 9 papers from the professional papers, like example ACCA. So you'll be just about taking 3 more papers, or 4 more papers, just around there. So you are in the, as I said just now, you're on the last step, and you'll be even more motivated. Yes. Okay, let me just get this done. So in Sergi, we have our foundation, we have our degree, and you can proceed yourself with the professional paper. Not just that, we also have diploma in accounting for those students whose result were not very appealing in their SPM. So don't worry, we also have our diploma program, diploma in accounting. Once you've completed with our diploma in accounting, you will you get a chance to articulate into our degree program, again BUF, in collaboration with University of Greenwich, UK. And you get the same exemptions. So don't worry, I took up diploma, I think I'm going to get less papers being exempted. No such thing. You'll get the same amount of exemptions because of our degree that you're taking with us. So in Sergi, we also have courses that you can take up and which can help you to pursue further in your career to be a qualified accountant.
Yeah, there's one more thing I would like to add on. There's another misperception by the students whereby they say, I'm from science stream, so how can I get myself into learning accounts? Yes, by all means. Even I'm from a science stream, I got into accountancy. All right. So it's not necessary that you have to come from a commerce background in order to do accountancy. Yes, you can embark on the accounting field, and you start off, because what we are teaching the students right from the scratch. All right, right from the scratch, and we'll guide the students throughout, from a foundation or diploma, whichever, right up to the degree. So that is not an issue. But the issue is it's all up to you. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be very, determined in order to complete the papers that you have. So that's what we meant by fast track. All right. If you're laid back, then obviously you can forget about the fast track.
Yes. Right. So, and adding into it, yes. So our Sergi programs here, we just teach what is on the book. We don't teach you textbook. No, we actually go further than that. For an example, like, Miss Sheila, she's having an accounting club here. Advisory club, sorry. She's the advisor of the accounting club. And what does this club does is they for all these industry visits, and they help the students to the industry looks like, the exposures on how the industry looks like. Maybe Sheila,
what I do is I articulate with the people from the industry, as in the big five or big four audit firms. All right, we have done a field trip, as into Bank Negara. All right, we have done a field trip to PwC. We did participate in their tax exploration, and we also have invited speakers from Deloitte and from the BDOs. Right, and when we have these speakers from those audit firms, they were quite astonished by the performance of the students, where they communicate with them to invite them over to speak, to bring them over to Segi College Kuala Lumpur, because they could see they have harnessed their capacity on how to communicate, the communication skill itself. So when they come over to Segi KL, they are quite surprised the way they have conducted themselves, and they have told me upon graduation they would like to definitely employ those students. So you see, the speakers themselves, they know what kind of skills they are looking for. It is not just the paper, as what Ms. Presana has mentioned. It's not just a CGPA, but it's more than that, right? So this is what we do. We do a lot of field trips in order to expose the students and bring them the awareness to show what the industries are looking for. It's not what we see in the books, right? Okay, that would be my take on the accounting club. So what would your advice be finally for the students?
Okay, my advice for these students will be like, okay, especially in this pandemic situation, I know many of you would have been disheartened. You'll be having a mindset, I don't want to burden my family due to the fees or something like this, and you may come up to a decision to not pursue your education. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Some universities, they do have certain schemes, like, you can pay on later, you can check on it. Like even Segi, we do have like those schemes, you can just check on it, where you can just take up the course first, and the payments can be discussed. Why I'm emphasizing on this is, guys, you have to remember, we are really moving forward. SPM cannot take us anywhere.
Yeah, don't be left behind.
Yes, nowadays degree is just a minimum qualification. If you're just having SPM, definitely you're going to face a tough time. So let whatever pandemic it is, whatever it is, please do not stop studying, because education is the best investment that you can have for yourself. So never stop studying. At least pursue up to your degree, so you have like a certification for yourself, and it saves you wherever you go. It's like an identification. Don't get disheartened. Try your best to just enroll in any colleges. Just get yourself equipped with any degree programs or foundation diploma, any programs. Make sure you pursue with your studies. Don't just let it behind. All right, and adding on to it, yes, as now due to pandemic, right, so many parents, you have this doubts, like nothing is like face-to-face teaching. Nothing is like lectures come, they use the board, they
yes,
write out
I
and
agree
everything.
that, yes.
They feel like it's kind of waste for not at this point of time registering their kids or their children into these programs. You know what? It's a wrong perception. Why? Your students actually learn more here, because it's not just we write in blackboard or whiteboard and we lecture. No. Now your children are learning how to equip themselves with softwares, skills. Those, I mean, like before this pandemic, I don't think many knows what is Zoom. Many knows what is Microsoft Team, things like that. But now everybody start to know on certain software like this, like in Segi, we are really doing, I mean, not to just boast about us, we are really doing quite well. Don't you agree on that?
Yes. We as lecturers also, we are now venturing into so many other platforms, and we are quite astonished the way our skills are developed
as well. So it's not just student skills are being developed, we are also being developed. So yes, your children actually learn more. Your children are now learning how to utilize the systems, and that's a different interest that can pull them up. And about teaching, we are in a technology era. We can anytime type it out in Microsoft Word, and we can show the students how the calculation goes about, and we can even write it out on the tab. And so please don't worry about face-to-face teaching. We are definitely making up. We can definitely assure you that we are still doing the best in
I would agree with you personally, because this online teaching has brought about it's an eye opener, because I see that students are willing to voice out and ask me questions. When I'm having physical class, they refuse to ask me questions, because the lecturers can see them and say, okay, shut them down. All right, so now nothing. They'll just go, and then when we are online, they'll just ask me the questions, and if there's back to Pakistan, currently, all right, he's a foundation student, and he's doing very well, being online, and even our exams are going on online. All right, it's not that online we are cutting short of cutting corners. No, even the professional papers, they are moving on to online examination. Even ACC has gone online examination. Professional papers in 2021, they're all moving online. So I'm sure they can see the brighter the future, what it holds for students to go online. So I believe that we're not cutting any corners here. Definitely they can excel. All right.
So, Michelle, do you have any advice for our SPM members or any students?
Yeah. If you do have any concern of how you can equip yourself with soft skills or how should you go about, please do come and see us. All right, at City College Kuala Lumpur. Please visit our website. All right, you can come by and see us. We are more than willing to help you. And when we City College Kuala Lumpur, we do provide soft skills classes, and we are there to help you out. All right. So please, right? Okay.
All right. So that's all from us. So now we are opening to you for any questions. Type out in the comment box. We will try to assist you soon. So please type up your
Yes, do
questions.
ask your questions if you have any questions or reservations about this topic that we've just discussed on today. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Joaquin.
Yes,
Hi, Joaquin. How are you? Hi,
Thank
Darmi,
you.
Rushni. Hi, Kadir. Yes, hi, Candice. Hi, Candice. Is there any question? Students or the
Yes.
SPM leaders,
Yes.
all right?
Just in case if you have missed our live, don't worry. You can go back to our FB page and you can go to our YouTube link and you can check out our video from the beginning to the end. So you did not lose anything yet. So please, we're expecting for your questions. Any questions you guys have, please drop it in the comment box. So we'll try to assist you.
Use students as leaders. Don't stop learning. Keep on learning. Even we don't stop learning. We're still learning. All right. That's my advice. If there's no question, looks like no one is interested in accounting.
Perhaps we had explained a lot that day. Like, give us some time to digest
all the information. Or is it that we've given them too much of info?
Yeah. In the midst of expecting for some questions or just to add on something, right? In case if you have any queries pertaining to our courses, accounting, please, you can look up to our Facebook account or you can look up to our Instagram. You can look at our website or you can even, and you will be getting good advice. And don't worry, we are well equipped with certain. We will ensure that
we got
you get
lots
the
of
best.
senior lecturers here, right? And we've been many years. Like for myself, I've been 20 years with City College Kuala Lumpur, right?
So we have a question from Mr. Rishi. How can we encourage other students, for example, business or marketing students, to learn accounting? Thank you for the question. So shall I?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing what we can do to encourage them is, first we have to give them a mindset that accounting is not difficult. People, whenever we say accounting, accounting, this expression. So please remember, accounting
Yeah,
is
they
not
get the wrong
difficult.
perception that
Yes.
I've got to be good in maths.
Yes, which
Very
is
wrong.
Wrong. It's about formats. Go up slowly, slow basis, so that they can adapting the base. once they adapt the foundation or to adapt or encourage their learning, and not just that, perhaps they can engage themselves in activities, accounting activities, because accounting activities, it's more of theories and also calculation. It's a mixture. So when it's a mixture, when they get engaged in the activities, it will be, very beneficial for the students, and that's how they get themselves, feel encouraged.
Even the business students in time to come, I'm sure they would like to become an entrepreneur. So they should be equipped with some business knowledge, some fundamental business knowledge. All right. So having some fundamental business knowledge, they should be able to analyze even their own company's accounts, so they may not be fooled with any other stakeholders. All right. In fact, like tax, right? We're giving to a lot of tax authorities or the tax professionals to guide us on the tax matters. But if you do have some knowledge in terms of business accounting and tax, you should be able to also guide yourself on how to go about your company, how to deal with your company's accounts to a certain extent. All right. I'm not saying don't do don't give your accounts to the auditors.
For the question.
Hi, David. David, do you have any question for your bakeries?
Thank you, Ms. Indu, for the feedback on
Thank
good
you.
explanation. Thank you. So we don't see any questions.
No, we can. I would like to share with you what some of our students are doing after graduates. All right, our students, senior students, or in the alumni. I've got students who have studied with me, and now they are sitting as a manager in the in PwC Pricewaterhouse. Another student is doing very well in the insurance industry. He has done a MDRT, $1 million round table, and is earning quite well, very well in fact, not quite well, very well. I've got so many of them who are in different areas of business, not accounting firm, but not accounting field, right? But in their firms, but they use knowledge that they have gained in order to the level that they are now, and they're doing very well. No regrets, losses.
Are there any short courses for students who want to study accounting? Thank you for the question again, Mr. Rishi.
Yes.
Yes, we do have. It's upcoming. We have several courses. We've planned several courses, short courses, and yeah, even in Segi we do have them. So yes, you can take up those courses.
Yeah, we have actually aligned some of the short courses which is coming on board. All right, and definitely we'll have that marketed in time to come. Such as give you just a hindsight of what are the courses that we are going to have to be promoted, such as we're going to look at financial statements, how to read financial statements, which is very, very important for especially the business field. I also have, when I've taught the MBA students, I have those bankers, they do not know how to interpret the account. They only know as far as the component of financial statement as in when it shows assets, but they don't understand what it's all this about. But when they attended the courses in terms of MBA, then only they learned and they appreciated all those that they have learned in order how to see the company's accounts or their customers' accounts, all right? So it really fetches a lot more than that. It takes them quite a bit.
All right, so we hope you answered your question, Mr. Rishi. Yes, there are several short courses which students can take.
Yeah, in fact, you also can take up the short course, Rishi.
All right, any more questions before we wrap up this session? Questions? So I think we will wrap up these sessions. In case if they have been telecast tonight, You can see ready to assist you. Webinar today, we hope it benefits you. And in case if you all have any questions, please feel free to contact us and we will be very pleased to assist you. So thank you so much for joining us today. We had a great time. Hope you had a great time as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, till then, good night. Take care,
Take care
and stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.